Aloha kakayaka means good morning to you. So today I'm gonna figure out and join you on my hammock talk. This is such a beautiful day out here in Hawaii, and for me, I was just thinking, wow, yesterday about this time it was crazy out in Los Angeles, and it was all of a sudden everybody panicked. And I literally had from one side to the other side, lawyers calling to each other and doing conference call while I'm over here like in the middle of all of this. Something that I never wished upon, but I'm glad I went through all of this. And I think in life is not so much about what we only experience. Yeah, that's the 20% because we know how to adjust it. The 80% of it is the outside world, something that we cannot think of having it in our life and what they're going through. And so when I say about having a non-judgmental view on people, is because that 80% of somebody's life, we really don't know what's going on from the inside out. And so we tend to listen to gossips, to conspiracy theories, to the news, to the media, whether it's social media or, out on TV or the newspaper. And so these kind of things happens where all of a sudden things that may or may not be true starts to grow their own theory. And right now about this coronavirus or COVID-19, there's so many talks about it, of which direction that we should go, which direction that we should believe in, which direction that we feel that's gonna win. But we're all the losers out here if we keep on thinking that way and have that control our life. And so this is when we work with our 20% of our life to figure out for the next 20 years when we have this opportunity to change. It's not us humans that are changing in globally, because it's affecting every single planet on the earth. Literally every continent of the whole entire world is infected. And we're also infected with this upgrade of technology. You see people making billions, and how many of them I never heard of flying up to the moon or flying up to Mars or flying out to space. I remember back in the days watching Jetson. and we thought that would never happen, but hey, it all started with the TV dinner, right? And so we really need to kind of take this time, because we have the new moon coming up October the 6th. This is a time that we're going to really set out our new intention. And for 2021, we've been already, developing ourselves for the past 9 months, and we gave birth. And to a new life, what's going to happen in 2022. And so those that has been coming to my workshops, my courses, we all are advancing so quickly. Boom, boom, boom. Whether they found new love, or whether they're gonna figure out their relationship, or whether they're gonna find a new job, or figure out a lot of stuff. And we all have it. You know, we all have somewhere in our house this toolbox, but we just don't know how to use it sometimes, right? And so that's when we are so busy that we can't focus. And so yesterday, when everything was just at the last minute, because you have one person who loves to call all these people, and then they're all, you know, it was pretty crazy. And so I just had to step back because it was just so many erupted energy. And I said, listen, I'm not going to give you any answers. Just say yes. Just say yes. What is wrong with just telling me yes? When you hear that, that's when you have to step back. Because that's abnormal energy. That's when people are using their ego, their power, and their control force. And so when I use that word step back, it means when we need to really take time to breathe, focus, meditate, center yourself. And that's what I did. And I said, hey, I feel literally my anxiety is climbing up. And it is the truth. And when you are focused and balanced, you can feel that rise. Even if, and sometimes we just, boom, before the old me, boom, I get into it. You know, it rises so quickly that I can't stop it. And I get into a fight or I get into an argument, I start screaming, I use words that I don't want to use. And I hurt things that not supposed to maybe have happened and hurt them. You know, and it's like this tempo of rise, right? Boom, like a wave. It comes in, boom, you're not ready. You may smash, you may crack, you may go under. And so that's why it's so important that using meditation helps you calm yourself. Like yesterday I said, and I said the truth. I feel myself rising, my anxiety rising. I need to step back and breathe. And that's what I did. And I stepped back and I focus. Really focus in the inside of me. It's like a flashback. This is what I'm saying. When we learn how to do yogitation, and what I've learned is you flash back into your cheetah mind. In our mind, we hold memory. It's like a memory bank. And if our cheetah mind, our monkey mind goes 240 and with that high tempo energy of frequency, vibration, right? And that energy, you feel that. It's like when you go to a rock concert or when you go to boom, 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 boom. And so you can't think. You just ride with that wave. And so that's why when I talk about how to use, because no matter what we do, we can't erase this energy of frequency and vibration. We need to step back. We need to focus and really come to terms on what serves you. What serves you? Everybody's telling you hurry up. Everybody's telling you just say yes. Everybody's telling you to agree. And so I looked at the time. I said, I have, give or so, 15, 20 minutes. Let's call the person that all this thing is happening around this situation. I picked up the phone. Boom, first number didn't go through. Second number, boom, it was a fax machine. Third number, I said, please let this be the cell. Go for it. Boom. Rang, 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 and I'm like, They picked it up and I say, hey, look. I don't know if I should be speaking with you. And I said, yes, you can. I give you permission to talk to me. If anybody has a problem, they come talk to me, because I'm making this decision of calling you up and explaining what all of this is happening. And so if we focus in doing that in communication, you kind of change the whole entire perspective of the narrative. And by doing that, you feel good because you wasn't pushed into something, because that's when we start doing the blame game, right? Afterwards, you don't want who wouldn't tell me that time to go do this. Because of that, I gotta do this, right? So this constantly of negative energy that starts to build and build and build, and waiting for a train wreck to happen, some kind of destruction. And so as we see out in the outer world, right, we got all kinds of people that's going into destruction, because we have all this miscommunication. And that's what we are in right now in the Mercury Retrograde. That's going to started from the 27th, that's going to last all the way out to October the 18th. And during that time, you know, we have to see where we are, where the signs are. I'm not going to go in and explain about this or that. I'm going to explain about how we can go in our inner world, how we can go and find ourselves to make such a very crucial executive decision called our life. How are we going to choose the path of our freedom, our choices, our way of life? And so during this time, we really need to stay focused on what we communicate, because things will be misinterpreted, things will be going out of hand, and can cause something that could be somehow fixed, mediated, agreed upon to go forward. And some things may be much easier to resolve without getting so many things happening. And so that's what the new moon is coming out to help us. I'm giving you this early messages because we need to start to get clarity on what we want to do. I'm taking this time, I was like, oh my God, it's already starting, and it's the 28th. And so I'm lucky that I created my space where I can enjoy my life and give out that good vibration, that frequency, you know, because there's just so much chaos that's happening right now, unfortunately. But maybe it is fortunately that we all have to be awakened to see what's happening, because it's everlasting changes that's going to keep on coming out to us, you know, because some says we're evolving forward, and some say we're destroying it forward. But if we can keep a happy medium and create your own sanctuary of peace, I'm very fortunate, I'm very lucky to have all of this. It's because I work hard for it. I planned and I structured my life where, even though through bad times, how you learn is really how you can stay focused. I was so disfocused, I was so distraught, I was so everything. But I was very fortunate to step back and take my lessons. Take my lessons from people that I never thought I could afford to do this or afford to use my time, my energy. And that's always the case. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough what? But if you feel that you're I love this place. It's like a little wonderland with birds singing and so really take the time for this month to bring over into the new moon. Set your intention for 2022. Feel that energy, feel that vibration, feel that frequency of happiness that you can succeed. And don't let anybody stop you. Like, for example, I used yesterday's because I no longer want that anymore in my life. That drama, that disagreement, that this and that no longer serves me in any purpose in my way. No good energy. So why do I want to keep on holding on to that? But if I just let that time myself to own you and go along with it and say, oh my God, I'm getting sucked into the vana, you know, or you could just step back and take the control and say, I don't feel good. And think about it. You're the only one giving yourself that pressure of answering it when you feel that in a situation. Learn how to just even meditate for 5 minutes. And you get the answer, because you know why? You're only looking at yourself in the mirror. And that's your soul. And so, for me is, I just want to really explain about the way I do my prediction is I work with many different things around us. Every morning I wake up, I water my garden, I talk to them and say thank you and be very grateful. Oh, you're so pretty. I got butterfly tea. And so this morning I usually get into my stuff and this and that, and I said, no. Yesterday, it was early in the morning, destruction of energy, and I really said to myself, congratulations, you didn't get sucked into that. And this morning, I put that thought, that feeling of really accomplishment, that I went to the next higher frequency, because I didn't want that frequency. And so when we talk about higher level of, you know, lift up yourself, it's changing that frequency. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor or fat or ugly or out of shape or this or that. It doesn't matter. It comes in all shapes and size and energy of vibration. So take your time. It's coming up October the 6th. Write down your new intention and make sure you start to close these chapters of life, because if you don't, how is your new intention of your next door to open? You take care, have a wonderful day, stay safe, and most of all, share the aloha.